right? We will learn the neurovascular anatomy of the lower limb. Okay, in order to know in detail. Okay, in order to know that, we have to have an overview. Okay, so so let us overview the arterial system of the lower limb, from where it is coming, right? Then we will discuss in detail the femoral artery, right? So that is the descending aorta or abdominal aorta, right? That is descending or abdominal aorta, which supplies the lower part of the body, right? That is abdominal aorta, which divides into common common iliac artery, right? Right and left common iliac arteries, which again divides into external and internal iliac arteries, right? This is external iliac artery, right? And this one is here is internal iliac artery, right? This is common iliac artery, and this is descending aorta, which divides into right and left common iliac arteries, right? The large bore arteries, right? Then again it divides into right and left, external and internal iliac arteries. Okay, then again external iliac artery. Okay, after it crosses the inguinal ligament. Okay, after it crosses the inguinal ligament, it is known as the femoral artery, right? As I have said 1,000 times. Okay, it is the same thing but with a different names, right? Immediately after crossing the inguinal ligament, that is the inguinal ligament, right? Okay, both sides it is an inguinal ligament. After the inguinal ligament, it is called as femoral artery, right? Femoral artery. Then again, okay, in the adductor hiatus, right? Adductor hiatus. After crossing the adductor hiatus, okay, which is in the adductor magnus muscle, okay, it is called as popliteal artery, right? That is popliteal artery, right? So you see, that is femoral artery. After crossing uh, the adductor hiatus, it is again popliteal artery, and again after crossing the popliteal fossa, right? It divides into, it is known as common tibial artery. Okay, common tibial artery again divides into posterior tibial artery and anterior tibial artery. Posterior tibial artery again gives branch to the fibular artery, right? And this is anterior tibial artery, right? This is anterior tibial artery giving the dorsalis pedis artery, right? Okay, forming plantar metatarsals and dorsal metatarsal arteries, right? That is the overview of the arterial system of the lower limb, right? So immediately abdominal aorta, right and left common iliac arteries, then external and internal iliac arteries. External iliac artery continues as femoral artery beyond the inguinal ligament, right? And then beyond the adductor hiatus, femoral artery is known as popliteal artery, and beyond the popliteal fossa, it is known as tibial artery. Okay, and it divides into anterior and posterior tibial arteries, which forms the arches in the feet, right? That is a overview of right? Overview of lower limb, arterial system of the lower limb, right? Coming to the femoral artery, today our class is femoral artery, right? So this is the overview of the arterial system, right? This is abdominal aorta, common iliac artery, internal iliac and external iliac. Okay, external iliac, again it is femoral artery, and this is adductor canal, adductor hiatus, right? We have the remaining things. You see, this is the zoom picture, right? Aorta, right and left common iliac, and it is again divided into external and internal iliac artery, right? External iliac artery is continuous as femoral artery beyond inguinal ligament, right? Inguinal ligament, okay? Adductor canal, right? And then again here it is popliteal fossa. This is posterior view, right? Posterior, this is anterior, right? Femoral artery gives its branches in the proximal and distal thigh. Beyond adductor hiatus, this is known as popliteal artery, and the popliteal artery again divides into anterior and posterior tibial arteries, right? This is posterior tibial artery, right? So same depiction, okay? You see, external iliac artery continues as femoral artery, right? Femoral artery giving its branches in the thigh, and again this is adductor hiatus. This is the posterior aspect. Again, beyond the adductor hiatus, this is known as popliteal artery, right? And this is anterior view, this is posterior view. So this is anterior tibial artery and this is posterior tibial artery, right? That is the overview of the lower limb. So this is aorta, descending or abdominal aorta. Okay, it divides into right and left common iliac arteries. So it divides again into external iliac and internal iliac artery. So external iliac artery, this is external iliac, continues beyond the inguinal ligament, right? Inguinal ligament as femoral artery, right? That is the essence of the femoral artery. Okay, let us plunge into the text. Femoral artery is a continuation of the external iliac artery, right? It begins behind the inguinal ligament, midway between the anterior superior iliac spine and the pubic symphysis, right? Descends along the anteromedial part of the thigh in the femoral triangle, enters and passes through the adductor subsarterial canal, becomes the popliteal artery as it passes through an opening in the adductor magnus near the junction of the middle and distal thirds of the thigh. Okay, you all know that and you are well wished with that because of the dissection. Its first 3 to 4 centimeters are enclosed with the femoral vein in the femoral sheath, right? You do know this. Okay, so this is the cross section. See, femoral artery vein are enclosed in femoral sheath. Will be more clear then. You see the structures that are covered by this one, right? Femoral sheath, right? You see, now observe that femoral sheath, how they depicted it, right? Already have seen this in dissection. Okay, femoral now lies outside the femoral sheath, right? Okay, So the femoral artery gives off several branches in the proximal thigh, including the superficial epigastric, superficial circumflex iliac, superficial external pudendal. Okay, epigastric, external iliac, and external pudendal, deep external pudendal, and profunda femoris artery. All of these are in the proximal thigh, right? Proximal thigh, whereas it gives off genicular artery in the within the adductor canal, right? So anteriorly, the anterior to the artery in the femoral triangle. In the femoral triangle, the relations are skin, subcutaneous tissue, superficial inguinal lymph nodes, fascia lata, femoral sheath, okay, superficial circumflex iliac vein, which drains into the great saphenous vein, right? Femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve, which is at first lateral and then anterior to the femoral artery within the femoral triangle, right? You see, these are the superficial lymph nodes, inguinal lymph nodes, okay. So these are deep inguinal lymph nodes. Coming to the genitofemoral nerve, you see, these are the genitofemoral, femoral branch and genital branch, right? So within the femoral triangle, right? If you assume this is femoral artery, okay, right. These are the related structures. Near the apex of the triangle, that is femoral triangle, the medial femoral cutaneous nerve crosses in front of the artery from the lateral to the medial side. Posteriorly, the posterior wall of femoral sheath separates the artery from the tendon of psoas, pectineus, and adductor longus, right? Because all of these things form the floor of the femoral triangle, right? If you remember correctly. The artery is separated from the hip joint by the tendon of psoas major, from pectineus by the femoral vein and deep femoral vessels, right? And from adductor longus by the femoral vein. Proximally, the nerve to pectineus passes medially behind the artery. The femoral nerve lies lateral to the artery outside the femoral sheath. You all know that this is femoral nerve. Right? Femoral vein is medial to the artery. Femoral vein, okay. This is femoral vein. The proximal part of the neck becomes posterior distally at the apex, okay. You all know that femoral vein lies posterior in the adductor canal, which is the starting of the adductor canal starts where the femoral triangle ends, right? So this is the picture: femoral nerve, femoral artery, femoral vein, and lymphatics, right? Right. Same relate. So this is femoral vein, right? Femoral artery, femoral nerve, vein. Sorry, this is nerve. So femoral nerve is lateral most, and femoral artery is the middle one. Femoral vein is the medial most structure, right? Okay. You see, this is iliopsoas, right? And this is pectineus. So these muscles form the floor of the femoral triangle along with femoral adductor longus, right? This is inguinal ligament, femoral nerve, femoral artery, femoral vein. See, you see, this is the psoas major, tendon of psoas major, right? So femoral artery, this one is femoral artery, right? So femoral artery is separated from the psoas tendon, okay, okay, by femoral sheath, okay, like that. Within the adductor canal, the artery is covered by skin, subcutaneous tissue, deep fascia, sartorius and fibrous roof, subsartorial fascia of the canal. The saphenous nerve lie at first lateral, okay, you all remember this, saphenous nerve, then anterior, first lateral and then anterior, and finally medial to the artery, right? Adductor longus and adductor magnus are posterior, vastus medialis and its nerve are anterolateral, and femoral vein is posterior proximally, but it becomes lateral distally. Okay, you remember the adductor canal also, yes, I believe, right? Okay, so this one is saphenous nerve, okay, this one, identify that, okay. Then okay, so compression of the femoral artery is most effective just distal to the inguinal ligament, right, where it's superficial and separated from the bone by psoas tendon. For this reason, arterial injury proximal to the inguinal ligament, okay, proximal, such as laceration by knife, cannot be controlled simply by compression. So it needs some life-saving maneuver, okay. You have to expose surgically. Gaining proximal control of bleeding involves major exposure of the more proximal arteries as a life-saving maneuver, right? Coming to the branches of the femoral artery are superficial epigastric, superficial circumflex iliac, superficial external pudendal, deep external pudendal, and then muscular arteries, and then profunda femoris artery, and in the adductor canal, descending genicular artery. Okay, today we will discuss all these branches except the profunda femoris artery, which is which will be discussed tomorrow. Okay, superficial epigastric arises anteriorly. Okay, remember that femoral artery approximately 1 centimeter distal to the inguinal ligament and traverses the cribriform fascia to ascend anterior to the ligament and run in the abdominal subcutaneous tissue almost to the umbilicus. Okay, it supplies the superficial inguinal lymph nodes, subcutaneous tissue and skin, anastomose with branches of inferior epigastric artery and its contralateral fill. Okay, it anastomose with the contralateral superficial epigastric artery. You see, where is this? This one is superficial epigastric artery. Okay, it is coming from anterior to the anterior of the femoral artery, right? Observe that, and going up to umbilicus, right? Superficial epigastric artery from anteriorly, right? Whereas external iliac artery is from laterally. This one is pudendal artery as medially, right? You see, superficial epigastric artery, it is piercing the cribriform fascia in order to ascend to the umbilicus, right? See how it is coming. Okay. Then circumflex iliac artery, right? Circumflex iliac artery. Circumflex iliac artery is the smallest superficial branch of femoral artery, arises near or with the superficial epigastric or with the superficial epigastric. Usually emerges through the fascial lateral to the saphenous opening, okay, laterally, right? Turns laterally distal to the inguinal ligament towards the anterior superior iliac spine. Supplies skin, subcutaneous tissue, superficial inguinal lymph nodes, anastomose with the deep circumflex iliac, superficial gluteal, and lateral circumflex femoral arteries, right? So this one is superficial circumflex iliac, right? laterally to the anterior superior iliac spine. Okay, this one is deep circumflex iliac artery. Okay, that is not from femoral artery, right? Coming to the another one, superficial axonal pudendal from medially, right? So anteriorly is the superficial epigastric, right? Laterally is uh, superficial circumflex iliac, and medially superficial axonal pudendal. Close to the preceding branches. Emerging from cribriform fascia, it passes medially, usually deep to the long saphenous vein, across the spermatic cord or round ligament to supply the lower abdominal, penile, scrotal, or labial. So, this superficial axonal pudendal artery supplies penis, okay, scrotum, and labia majora, okay, labia in the female. So, male axonal genitalia and female axonal genitalia, and anastomos with branches of the internal pudendal artery, right? So, you see, this is the superficial axonal pudendal, okay, superficial axonal pudendal artery, okay. So, this one is superficial, and like the blue one is deep, okay. So this is deep, this is superficial, okay. Superficial giving branches to the penis and scrotum, deep also giving branches to the scrotum. In the same fashion, they supplies labia, right? And deep axonal pudendal artery passes medially across the pectineus and anterior posterior adductor longus, covered by fascia lata, which pierces to supply skin of perineum and scrotum or labia majors, okay. So branches anastomos with the posterior scrotal or labial branches of the internal pudendal artery, right? So these are the superficial and deep. Coming to the another muscular branches, okay, femoral artery branches supplies the muscles, right? Sartorius, you all know that it supplies sartorius, it supplies vastus medialis, and it supplies adductors, adductor magnus, longus, brevis, right? So these are the muscular branches. After the muscular branches, we have to discuss the profunda femoris artery, but it itself is a great artery, so we will discuss it later. Coming to the descending genicular artery within the vicinity of adductor canal, is the distal branch of the femoral artery, arises just proximal to the adductor opening and immediately supplies the saphenous branch. It then descends in vastus medialis anterior to the tendon of the adductor magnus to the medial side of the knee, where it anastomoses with the superior medial genicular artery, right? Muscular branches supply vastus medialis and adductor magnus and gives off articular branches that anastomose around the knee. One articular branch crosses above the femoropatellar surface, forming an arch with the superior lateral genicular artery and supplying the knee joint. The saphenous branch, saphenous artery, emerges distally through the roof of the adductor canal to accompany saphenous nerve to the medial side of the knee. It passes between sartorius and gracilis and supplies the skin of the proximal area of the leg. The anastomosis with the inferior medial genicular artery. So, anastomosis around the knee joint is by descending genicular artery, lateral genicular artery, and medial genicular artery, right? You see, this is the anastomosis around the knee, okay. See, this is the saphenous artery, right? You see, this is the descending genicular artery, it's forming an arch, right? All of this. It will be more clear in this descending branch of lateral circumflex vein. You see, this is the articular branch of descending genicular artery, okay. This is the saphenous branch of descending genicular artery, right? This one, and this is articular branch. This is saphenous branch, forming anastomosis around the knee joint, right? With superior lateral genicular artery. See again. So this is adductor hiatus. You see, this one is the descending genicular artery. Okay, this is the branch because beyond the beyond the adductor hiatus, the femoral artery continues as popliteal artery, right? Okay, but we are discussing about the branches of femoral artery, right? So descending genicular artery, which supplies knee by articular branch and supplies saphenous branch. Okay, saphenous branch, right? So that is how it forms anastomosis with superior lateral genicular artery. Okay, superior lateral genicular artery. So it forms anastomosis around knee joint, right? So with that, quickly again we'll see the branches, right? So that is femoral artery, right? So wait for me. I have already put tags, but somehow it is missing. So that one is superficial external pudendal, right? And this one is superficial circumflex iliac, right? This one is superficial epigastric, right? So that is, there is no deep external pudendal, right? Okay, so this one is lateral superior genicular artery, right? This one is descending genicular artery, right? So that one is descending genicular artery. You see, it forms anastomosis with medial and lateral superior genicular arteries, right? So you see, these are the branches, right? In essence, right? So that is femoral artery. Okay. Right. Hope everybody got the lesson. Okay. Have any doubts?